Today, I'm going to break down every secret that no agency owner actually wants me to tell you. So if you're interested in scaling your Shopify store with the absolute truth that I promise you, they're going to kill me for sharing with you, this video is for you. My name is Chris Marrano, founder of Blue Water Marketing, an agency that specializes in scaling D2C e-com brands to 8 figures. I've been doing this for 15 years. My agency's been around for 8 years. I have scaled and sold my own e-commerce brand, and I've worked with over 150 brands over the last 8 years. And I'm sharing some secrets with you today that's going to completely disrupt 90% of agency owners. Let's get into it. So in this video, I want to break down the actual metrics that you need to know in order to scale your store. I have been on countless discovery calls in the last 2 to 4 weeks. We're talking about over 50 discovery calls where people are calling me, inquiring about our services, what we do, how we do them. And I'm making this video because I'm a little frustrated with what I'm hearing. I'm in some groups with fantastic agency owners who I know would never do these things. But from what I am understanding, so many of you Shopify store brand owners are completely getting okey-doked by these companies who are using metrics like impressions, click-through rates, ROAS as qualifiers to establish how successful their campaigns are going. And then they're reaching out to us because they've watched some of my videos, which you can find a link up here, where I break down financial KPIs that truly move the needle. So my question becomes, what is going on in the e-commerce world in which there are companies who are working with brands that truly are not understanding what goes into scaling? I'm going to give you the secret that everyone's going to hate me for. ROAS, first secret, does not truly matter. From a vanity metric or platform metric standpoint, ROAS, yes, it is important. Understanding MER, AMER, and contribution margin are going to be the 3 financial metrics that you need to be tracking. From there, when you're going to speak with these agency owners and they say X amount of creative, or you supply us with just whatever you guys have, or sure, we're going to create a couple of videos for you. Did you know that when it comes to running meta ads, you need to understand your new customer cost per acquisition or your new customer ROAS, NC, ROAS? Those metrics are the critical metrics. And so understanding these financial KPIs, MER, which is total ad spend divided by store revenue, AMER, new customer acquisition MER, essentially, are going to be the numbers that help you move the needle. The reason ROAS, these ads I see all the time, will get you 5x ROAS guaranteed, that's impossible. And does 5x ROAS truly result in profitable growth? Chances are 5 yes, 2 no. So what is the benchmark that your company needs to hit from a financial KPI standpoint in order to grow effectively? Your MER. That needs to be calculated based on your rent, your fixed expenses, salaries, freelancers, electricity, utilities. All of these are a culmination of what needs to go into MER to establish your profitability. If you are spending $100,000 on ads every month and you are making $400,000 per month, you are at a 4x MER. The reason why ROAS is challenging is because from a platform standpoint, yes, it is valuable. But out of that ROAS, how many new customers are purchasing? That ad spend is now being attributed to existing customer acquisition. You've already paid for those acquisitions. You should be using Klaviyo, SMS, email, flows, all of that, and remarketing to engage with your existing customers. So your top of the funnel campaigns should only be going after new customers. So then therefore, unless you're using Triple Whale, High Rose, a couple of these other brands, you're not going to be able to calculate your new customer ROAS. You can calculate your AMER, which is your new customer acquisition marketing efficiency ratio. I know this all sounds crazy. I'm going to try to simplify all of this for you by sharing my screen in just a minute. But if your agency continues to say ROAS, 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 there's probably a good reason why your bank account is still showing what it's showing month over month. I literally just got off a discovery call where somebody for the last 2 years has been completely stagnant, no growth, which means with the rate of inflation, all of the cost of labor going up, all of these other things, consistent or stagnant actually means you're losing. So understanding the financial key metrics to growing a Shopify store is crucial. So from a more of an in-depth perspective, again, going back to pricing, modeling, and retainers for agencies and why you're probably getting screwed is because very few people look at ads management and look at the creative needed in terms to truly scale. I'm going to show you right now our meta ads needed calculator. So this was a call earlier. Client has a $14,000 a month budget. We have 20% going to scale, AOV $50. CPA target. That is the acquisition goal. If one of our ads spends over $35 and does not acquire a new customer, we are killing that ad. So because 80% of ads on Meta fail, my question to you is, go into your ads account. Do you have an established cost per acquisition? If you do, have your ads spent over that money? If they have, why are they still on? And if there is a valid reason, i.e. your click-through rate, your cost per click, your CPMs are above the mean or the average in your ad account, well then maybe you leave it on and you become a little more aggressive in terms of scaling, and that you can turn it off at a 2x multiple, which would be, in this scenario, $70. But if you're not, these numbers are critical. So let's say we have a client that's not too aggressive. They don't want to burn through cash. So we have a CPA kill target of $53. We estimate that 15% of ads will win, 85 will lose, meaning we need 45 ads every single month at only a $14K budget. From there, we look at how many ads we need per week. So this means we need to be installing 11 new creative assets every single week. Could be statics, could be videos, could be UGC, carousels. We generally stick with a pretty solid ratio of video to statics. And then my team needs to come up with 3 to 4 new concepts or themes every single week. Now, here's where things get super challenging for you, the brand founder. Let's say at 14K, decent little budget, we're actually scaling now. So we need to spend $30,000 a month, which means $24,000 of our budget is going to a scale campaign of winning ads that we have already proven. This, we now have a $6,000 a month testing budget, AOV of $50, CPA, a multiple, $53 kill. We now need 97 ads per month at a $30,000 budget. First of all, tracking is a disaster, but we have a system. For you, it's probably a disaster because there's no way as a brand founder you can do all of these things to create 97 new ads per month. Now, again, what we'll do in this scenario is we'll do 9 or 10 different concepts, and then we'll do 10 different variations. Swap out pictures, swap out call out headlines, very simple little changes. So we're not literally creating 97 unique ads, creating 10, and then we're making 9 to 10 different iterations off of those. We want to test angles, hooks, callouts, benefits, things that the customer persona, which we determine in onboarding, is critical. From here, I want to make this abundantly clear to you. This is vital. We're updating this every 90 days. Cost of goods, credit card fees, merchant account fees, percentage cost, gross profit margin, ROAS break even. ROAS break even is great, but this cost per new customer acquisition of $91 is going to be key because this is what we're using to establish everything in an ad account. From there, we are breaking down all of the variable costs that go into selling every single product. And down here, we have our contribution margin. In the month of August, we had projections based on ad spend of $250,000. We came in way over with $488,000. Then we have our MER before operating expenses. And down here, we had a contribution margin of $264,000. So that means we are ready to scale, primed, ready to go. These are going to be the numbers that are so critical to scaling your stores, and these agencies are telling you to focus on ROAS. It is not the accurate metric for moving the needle. ROAS looks great, but what is your new customer acquisition, which we show every single day? My team is updating this document, which is our Facebook ads, where we're going in on a daily basis, our break even, our actual, our projected return, our actual return, to establish our acquisition costs for new customers for our clients. MER, AMER. MER will be total sales. AMER will be new customer revenue divided by total ad spend. So in Shopify, you go to your analytics dashboard, you pull a report, you pull a customer report, new customers versus existing customers, or returning customers, I think is what it's called. And you separate the two out. Those are two separate people. From there, we want to go into the cohort analysis so that we can pull this document, which I do have to give credit. I pulled this, downloaded it somewhere, we revised it, we tweaked it, so that everything was connected to establish the lifetime value, which also automatically gets updated every month once the numbers come in. If you're not tracking your MER, AMER, LTV, and contribution margin, you are going to be lost. If you have any questions or you would like us to perform a financial marketing health audit of your store and you're spending over $30K a month, book a call with me. Link is down below. Happy to do this for you. Give you a true North Star of where you need to be in order to scale your business. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it valuable. We'll see you guys in the next video.